There are tons of study techniques you can try, but one thing is for sure. Independently of the method of your preference, you have to establish a solid study routine to make it work. This is the 5th video on this year's Back to School series, so be sure to check the other 4 when you finish this one. To establish a solid study routine, we need to discuss a few habits. First, you need to learn the structure of an ideal study routine. The ideal study routine should have 3 phases: prepping, reviewing, and wrapping up. Prepping is what you do when you want to prepare for a class. Prep sessions are really important because they give you at least a few key concepts and an overall idea of what your class will be about. This will dramatically improve how you memorize what is being lectured and will help guide you through several ideas and arguments, as well as reinforcing how certain ideas are connected. Furthermore, a prep session will allow you to filter the material for the first time. You can use it to jot down any questions you might have, so you can then ask your professor while in class. But remember that some classes will actually require you to have prep sessions. For instance, if your professor requires you to do some homework, turn in an assignment, review a certain topic, solve a case or an exercise in class, or prepare for discussion. Those should all be done via a prep session. How long you spend in a prep session and how well you actually prep your material can vary a lot, depending on how hard your class is or how extensive is the material you need to prepare, as well as how much time you actually have available for this. Either way, prep sessions should be mandatory in your schedule. Ideally, they should stay close to the classes you want to prepare. So if you have classes in the morning, you can prep the previous afternoon or evening, and if you have classes in the afternoon, you can prep the previous morning. It's better to have a 10 or 15-minute prepping session and at least skim through the main topics that will be lectured than entering the classroom completely oblivious to what will be taught. Don't let a packed schedule prevent you from including these important study blocks in your routine. Regular reviewing is what distinguishes students who memorize for life and students who memorize for the grades. This is all part of the consolidation process I've been talking about lately. One of the few things that makes us forget information is lack of consolidation. When you take in new information, you need a certain amount of time for that information to be adequately recorded. That's called the consolidation process. The more you review your material, the more likely you are to transfer it from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. And that should be your ultimate goal. Regular reviewing is, however, one of the most difficult things to incorporate into a packed schedule. Between classes, extracurricular activities, your personal life, and the mandatory prepping sessions we've just talked about, regular reviewing can be really hard to achieve. If possible, you should have regular reviewing sessions 2 to 3 times per week. This will help you make sure you are picking up your notes, study guides, or other materials and go through them again and again, making sure you've consolidated the information correctly while jotting down any questions, afterthoughts, or cues you might still want to investigate further on. Wrap-ups are longer study sessions that you should schedule further apart, like once every 2 weeks. While regular reviewing should allow you to consolidate what you've learned in the past couple of days, wrap-ups should do the same job by tapping into information you've learned almost 15 days ago. Most students only do wrap-ups, especially before exams. In a way, wrap-ups are more relaxed versions of cramming sessions. They are longer than reviewing sessions and they require you to take a large amount of information and learn it accordingly, just like cramming. The trick here is to do this regularly while always prepping and reviewing. Prepping and reviewing will make wrap-ups much easier in a way that you'll be telling yourself, okay, moving on, I already know this. I suggest one morning or afternoon every 2 weeks. It's probably a good idea to schedule your wrap-ups for the weekend because, well, college will probably force you to work during the weekend as well. Who am I kidding? Despite being able to divide your study schedule between these 3 different types of study blocks or not, the key here is to be consistent. Consistent with your time and schedule, but also with your methods. It doesn't matter if you're a night owl or a morning person, if you have a packed or free schedule, if you type your notes or write them down, if you use a binder or a notebook. Of course that there are methods that can be considered generally better than others, but your way of studying is different from how I study or your best friend studies, so you should never feel pressure to adapt to someone else's routines. The key is picking your way of doing things, selecting a schedule, and sticking to it. Also, a good study routine also comprises of methods and not only time. The way you study your textbooks, the way you take your notes, the way you build your study guides, those are all part of your routine as well. In this case, it's what we call a workflow, which is a sequence of tasks that processes a set of data. In other words, it's a routine for your work. So try to use the same methods over and over again, at least during an entire semester, unless the method you picked is really failing you. Switching constantly between how you do your work is not effective and may worsen memory retention and consolidation. Making sure that you build a strong study routine as to how you manage your time and a strong workflow as to how you do your work are the most important things to develop as a student, independently of the particular methods you use during the semester. I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video and being such an advocate for education and self-learning. Skillshare allows you to learn almost anything for less than $10 a month. They have thousands of courses on management and business, productivity, photography, writing, languages, illustration design, music, cooking, and so on. I suggest you to watch Ali's class on how to study for exams using an evidence-based masterclass if you want to improve your methods ASAP. And even if you're not willing to start paying $10 a month for classes, that's not a problem because the first 1,000 people using my promo code will have 2 months of classes for free, no strings attached. Using this promo code also tells Skillshare that you came from my channel, which is always very nice if you enjoy my content and want to keep supporting our Study Corner. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll see you next week. Bye guys!